The worst for space investors was actually that it was kept on crashing for the last couple of days. But what was behind that crash and what we can learn from that, that's why I made this video for you out there. Let's roll. So first of all, let's look into the stock, what happened actually over the last couple of 3 months, okay? The last quarter is very important to learn so much about the stock, the philosophy, the news that impact the stock, and what can happen next. So let's start with I call it the nothing new phase, okay? So the stock was pretty much in a sideways movement from about May until July. Nothing moved, like 2.8% within 2 months is very no movement. So as you can see, then came the news about Michael Colglazier, the new Disney CEO, who will create a fantastic experience out of the most exclusive experience out there, going into space. And when this was announced, plus the webcast that was presented afterwards, this was fantastic news because it showed us that something behind the scenes is really working, okay? So as you can see, the stock then went from about 15-16 levels to up to 26-27 levels, and this was an increase in a very short time of 65%, okay? Then we had also the news about the cabin reveal. The cabin reveal should change how we see the next steps of the build up of the spaceship, but then unfortunately there was two main things that dragged down the stock. So first of all, you know, the cabin reveal was a short-term event that was disappointing a lot of investors apparently, because it was just a CGI a visualization how it will look like and not the real thing. Some people even expected that it will be up in the air and it will be a live stream, and you know, a lot of, let's say, expectations. So I think the learn effect from that would be the next time if you have something like this, maybe just upload a video, you know. And then you had the Q2 earnings, which came with a further delay of the Richard Branson flight, which we expected to be end of the year but moved to Q1. So as you can see, some, let's say, disappointments lead to the crash of about 30% from the recent highs, and currently we are in the side position of around 1716-ish. And then, you know, on Monday the stock went from the 1680 position to above 1763, and more to that, you need to understand that this is totally normal for those growth stocks out there. And fundamentally, actually nothing changed for this company, right? They are still going to space, they're still having Michael Colglazier. So lots and lots of news trading, and lots of people that are already throwing the towel way too early, and some of people just riding the wave. And this is actually very dangerous, because riding the wave is something that you can never predict, okay? You can never predict when the stock is in a recent high or in the highest position. Most of the time people really lose a lot of money by predicting the wrong way to go out and in of a stock, and therefore, you know, just stay in, enjoy the lower prices for a stock if you're believing in the long-term position. And let's dive into what can happen next. But the big question is actually, what will be the turnaround point? What will be the lowest price we can see space stock currently trading? This will be very important to predict, which is actually unpredictable. And therefore there's a kind of, let's say, saying that, you know, that you can look through technicals and see some points, but news are the one that moving the market. Look at, for example, the announcement of Michael Colglazier. No one could ever predict this by doing some technical analysis, and therefore I believe that you should really, you know, just enjoy the current levels and wait for the next big news, which should be come up in the next couple of weeks, as we just discussed. But nevertheless, let's have a look into the chart where could be a turnaround point for the stock, just technically speaking. You can see here, this is the chart of space but zoomed in, right? And on Monday we saw an uptick of 4.5%, and some of you might have thought that this is the turnaround after such a crash of the stock just recent days and weeks that we are in, still in the same trend, right? I mean, look at this. We are nicely here trending down, and the question will be if this can be held. Okay, so this levels here around 17-ish, 18, 60, just below $17 will be the magic number when the stock can either bounce off like we have seen on Monday, or we will dive through how we saw back in the beginning of June. All right, and if it should go further down, then I think it will stay in this channel here, and then we can see 14 levels to 16 levels, and then even further down. But this would be then almost ridiculous if we go below 14, which would be somewhere here 14.5. The next stop could be then somewhere in this 11-ish level. So as you can see, this could be the outturn. I personally think that the magic number of turnaround is somewhere at 14 or 15, because we have seen so long that space traded during this period. As you can see, very long time between 15 and 20. One time we went back to 11 levels, but this was back in March, guys, okay? And we know what was in March. The biggest health crisis hit the stock market for the very, very worst timing, and therefore I think that this is very, very unlikely, except there is some very bad news. Otherwise, I think the turnaround could be somewhere either here, depending on the overall market as well, if there's no news, or if the overall market is further bringing stocks down or giving them a break, then maybe somewhere here at 15, 14 levels. Though, as you know, my favorite scenario would be even lower, so I can pick up some cheaper stocks, because once this thing start operation, guys, I think we will have a V-shaped recovery, okay? This could be then the case. Let's see if I will be right, and we can revisit this video then together and see if we predicted it together. Make sure to like the video, and let's dive into the next topic. So 3 things I really want to share with you what I think will happen next. First of all, I want to express that I'm sincerely happy that we are still on those levels 16, 17, 18, 14, 12, whatever it goes to. I'm super happy, because I rather buy at this positions at this teens level than on the 20s level, okay? I have so much conviction on this trade, and I'm super happy, and I'm maybe just 25 to 30% of a position where I am currently. And this is because I'm, every month I'm reviewing my portfolio and showing and seeing where I can shift money from one good position to another. I have incoming cash flows, obviously, like every one of us, and therefore I'm super happy to put more and more money into space as of this moment. If this ever change, I will let you hear first for sure. But also I want to express that we have a community out there. If you press the join button below all the videos and live streams, you can get access to the most best community out there. Behind those videos and live streams, there's everyday talking in our Discord chat or with my members 101. You can choose from one of 3 tiers. The Wolf Pack Gold will support this channel. Secondly, you can get access to the Discord, and the Ultimate Wolf get you the 101 with me. So check it out and let me know if you want to join. And then we need to understand that what will really drive the stock in the next couple of weeks are the power test flights, okay? So we will have some amazing footage that we will post on social media. Everywhere around, we will see the Virgin Galactic news feed with those pictures from seeing our blue planet. and this will, I think, trigger some new excitement, because now we have the wave of people that, you know, trade short term on the stock and went out after the earnings and went out after the cabin reveal, but the really long-term holders are happy because they may be loaded more or just waiting, right? Waiting to position to grow, and therefore I believe that those are, you know, holding a steady level until maybe 14 max, and then we will have more and more people jumping on board. And if this is really the turnaround, we will see in the chart. So finally, in the conclusion, I would like to say that the roller coaster keeps on going, guys. And this is, you know, the beauty about those kind of growth stocks. I really enjoy when they go up and down, because I'm quite nervous when they go too early up, because there is so much people that just have this FOMO and jumping on those stocks, even they don't understand the full long-term vision on the stock. And obviously this kind of spikes like we have seen in February or now just recently are quite unsustainable with the main business don't make big steps further. But this we will have a very good developments in the next couple of months, because we will have new test flights, we will have maybe new announcement to the Mach 3 vehicle, we have maybe some brand new announcement that we don't expect at all, right? Maybe we will have some more and more footage how the second flight, the full rehearsal with the cabin crew inside the real cabin, will blow absolutely our mind. So there's a lot of things that could trigger the stock and will trigger the stock over the midterm, over the next couple of months, and I'm super excited. I hope you too. Let me know in the comments what you are looking for with Space Stock, and smash that like button to make it happen.